Yo guys, and welcome in today's Sunday's video upload, where we are going to have a talk about Bitcoin, a little bit the history and the potential of Bitcoin, as well as I'm going to show you another signal that is popping up right now and has been acting as a bottom signal in the past. So guys, all about that in today's video. With that being said, my name is Sharon. Welcome to the Blockchain Today, the channel where you subscribe for daily crypto videos. Right now, let's talk about the history of money and the potential of Bitcoin. So guys, first of all, I want to share a graphic with you, which Willy Woo has been posting over on his Twitter, and it is showing us a little bit where we are in terms of adoption. So we are not really looking at the price of Bitcoin right here, we are just looking at the adoption, and we are looking at the process of how it went from the history till right now, where we are entering a age where things are just working differently than we used to it, right? So first of all, we used to have these tradings in societies, right? Normally you were trading certain products for certain products. That's how one of the first economies worked, how we know it in our history, right? Afterwards, we got like trading in commodities, trading in gold, trading in silver, precious metals. Afterwards, we got the gold standard, which means that government and central banks issued paper money which were actually backed by gold, and afterwards we got removed from the gold standard, and that is actually where most problems in our society also started to increase. We got a huge debt society, we got a lot of inflation, a lot of wealth that is being pulled out of the majority of the people and is streaming towards the minority of the people, which is nowadays actually quite a big problem. And as you can see during the history of how we actually usually trade, how we participated in the economy, right now we are seeing a shift again, and that is that a lot of liquidity, a lot of money is going towards Bitcoin. There's more adoption, countries like El Salvador accepting it as legal tender, and more people starting to recognize Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, but mainly Bitcoin, that is very important, as a valid store of value and as a valid system to use to set up a new economical system, a new way to trade certain things, where we can verify, where you don't have to know the certain seller or buyer, right, but that you can just trust the system without a third party, like we are seeing right now with banks and governments, right? And of course, banks and governments, they don't like that. That's also the fact why they are going to come with their own plan, central bank digital currencies, which is going to be basically the same as fiat money, but then digitally, and which will not be any progress, most likely not will be a significant progress in humanity if we have a look at the economical perspective. However, Bitcoin will bring that progress and will bring back sovereignty, freedom, back to the individual, which is very important in this process. And when we have a look at how this process normally goes, like for example with another disruptive technology like the internet, we can see that in the early days of the internet, guys, it is actually being dismissed by the majority of the people. Nobody understands it and nobody wants to get into it, but then you can see that slowly it's starting to take over. Slowly more and more people starting to adopt the internet, and at one certain moment it is just going completely parabolic. And I think we are in a similar adoption curve with Bitcoin. However, I still think that with Bitcoin things can go rather quickly than slower compared to the internet, due to the fact that we have the internet right now. And due to the internet, information is spreading way faster than it did before we had the internet. So I think the adoption curve of Bitcoin will go faster than the adoption curve of the internet. And right now we can see that the adoption curve of Bitcoin is very accelerating, and I think it's not too far from now that we are going to enter that moment in the Bitcoin adoption, where we can see that parabolic increase, and where Bitcoin kind of is taking over the whole world, will get global adoption over the next period of years, over the next coming years. Can be the next 10 years, can be the next 15 years, of course. It's very difficult to put an exact time frame on that. However, I do think that in the coming times we are going to enter that accelerated period where we are going to see an extreme increase in adoption of Bitcoin users, due to the fact that there is a better use case for Bitcoin every single day. More and more people are getting educated on it, and it is just proven itself every day that it can function as a new economical system which we can use and where humanity can benefit from, and which we can use as a more honest way to trade with each other. So guys, that is very important to realize. Normally we are very much focused in the charts, right? We are always focused right here on the channel. What's Bitcoin going to do in the shorter term time frame? What is Bitcoin going to do over the next coming weeks? Is Bitcoin looking bullish or bearish? But if we just zoom out and we just have a look at the whole revolution that is going on, then it is revolutionary. It is a very important, most likely a very important revolution that we are seeing in humanity, where a lot of people in the future will talk about as a kind of turning point in the economy. And I think where a lot of power will go back to the individual, which is very important to have a honest and open trading economy working in humanity. So guys, that is just very important to realize that if we are zooming out and we are looking at the progress, at the adoption rate of Bitcoin, it is massive, it is revolutionary, it is very, very important. It is more important than short-term games. But yeah, that is just something I wanted to share right here on the channel. Now and then we are talking about it. We are talking about that as well, the fundamental aspect of Bitcoin. That is more important than the price of Bitcoin in the immediate short-term time frame. Then guys, when we have a look at the price of Bitcoin, then it is looking quite interesting. We are still trading within this sideways range. Bitcoin has been setting a higher low. Right now its weekend price action is always a little bit less significant than price action during the week. The volume is always low. But we got another interesting signal, and that is a severe difficulty adjustment. And if we have a look at historical times, Bitcoin has seen a big difficulty adjustment, then it has been acting as a bottoming signal. And we are seeing a lot of signals right now which could indicate that Bitcoin in the shorter term time frame has been forming a bottom and slowly could see a bounce right here. Like for example, we have a negative funding rate. Bitcoin is riding on the 50-week moving average, a level where we usually get a bounce from. We are right now seeing a difficulty adjustment as well. And yeah, these are all signals converging, showing us that most likely Bitcoin will slowly trend upwards from here, consolidate. At least that is the more likely scenario, if you ask me. And if I look at my basket of indicators, afterwards it's going to be very important to check whether that bounce can result in an uptrend or whether that bounce is just going to be a retracement and Bitcoin is going to see lower levels. You know how I think about it. I still think that right now the chances of Bitcoin entering a fifth wave to the upside, which will bring Bitcoin to the levels of $100,000 and higher by the end of this year or beginning of next year, I think that is still likelier than that we are going to enter a multi-year long bear market from here. But I'm also going to watch the price of Bitcoin very, very closely and how it's going to react within this bounce. If we are going to get rejected from some key levels above us, or whether we can get a nice break above it and can get some bullish momentum back in the price of Bitcoin. But okay guys, that was it all for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed today's talk about the adoption for Bitcoin, and I hope every single one of you realizes the importance of this revolution. And that even though it's really fun to make money with Bitcoin and that we are zoomed in the shorter term time frame, it is as well and even more important, in my opinion, to take that step back and to realize in what kind of times we are living and what kind of opportunity these times are bringing to us, which is very, very important. So I'm happy I can share that with you guys. I'm happy that all of you guys are in it, that we are in it together. So that's just something I wanted to mention in today's video. Then guys, I want to wish every single one of you an awesome day today. For all the people who are interested in taking the next step into the trading journey and who are interested in signing up for my cryptocurrency trading course, right now I have a special bonus going on, a special discount. You can enroll for my cryptocurrency trading course with a 50% discount. You can use the code TRADE50. I will put all the information down below in the description, and you can find more information on the blockchaintoday.com as well. Guys, I will see every single one of you in the next video. Have a good day. Bye bye.